What if the most powerful celebrity transformations were never just about appearance? In this video, we reveal 7 transgender celebrities whose before and after journeys shocked fans, challenged Hollywood, and inspired millions. From private struggles to public breakthroughs, these stories show courage, identity, and resilience in ways many viewers never expected. Stay until number 4, because that transformation may completely change how you see fame, truth, and self-acceptance. Caitlyn Jenner remains one of the most recognized public figures in modern American culture. For decades, the world knew her as Bruce Jenner, the athlete who won the gold medal in the decathlon at the 1976 Summer Olympics. At a time when the nation sought confidence after political and economic uncertainty, that victory symbolized discipline, determination, and national pride. Millions admired the image of strength she represented. Yet behind that celebrated identity was a private struggle that lasted for many years. While the public saw success, fame, and confidence, Caitlyn lived with a reality that felt deeply misaligned. The expectations tied to celebrity, masculinity, and public image made authenticity difficult. In many ways, the more famous she became, the harder it was to speak openly. In 2015, nearly 4 decades after Olympic glory, Jenner publicly shared that she is transgender. The announcement created national conversation and strong reactions across generations. For some viewers, especially older audiences, it was surprising and difficult to understand at first. For others, it became a meaningful moment about personal truth and the freedom to live honestly. Rather than disappear, Caitlyn chose to speak openly through interviews, the documentary series I Am Kate, and her memoir, The Secrets of My Life. She described the emotional cost of living without full authenticity and the relief that came with finally embracing herself. Regardless of differing opinions, her decision required visible courage. Caitlyn Jenner's story reminds people that identity questions do not disappear with age, wealth, or fame. Sometimes the longest journeys happen privately. Her life reflects a deeply American idea. Every person deserves the chance to live truthfully, with dignity, at any stage of life. Gigi Gorgeous became one of the earliest internet personalities to turn personal vulnerability into public understanding. Born in Montreal, Canada, she first gained popularity on YouTube through beauty tutorials, humor, and an energetic personality that made viewers feel like close friends. In the early days of social media, audiences were drawn not only to style advice, but to her openness and warmth. As her understanding of herself deepened, Gigi made a courageous choice. In 2013, she publicly shared that she is transgender. Instead of treating the moment as a single announcement, she documented her journey gradually through videos, interviews, and later the documentary This Is Everything, Gigi Gorgeous. Viewers saw joy, uncertainty, family conversations, fear, growth, and the steady process of self-acceptance. That transparency mattered. For many people, especially parents or older viewers unfamiliar with gender identity topics, Gigi became a first personal connection to a transgender story told with humanity rather than controversy. She did not present herself as a headline. She presented herself as a person learning to live honestly. Over time, her career expanded into writing, modeling, advocacy, and media appearances. Yet what made her influence lasting was not fame alone. It was the way she used fame to create empathy. Millions watched her transformation, but more importantly, they watched emotional resilience in real time. Gigi Gorgeous reminds audiences that visibility can be powerful when paired with kindness. Her story reflects values many generations understand deeply: freedom, honesty, family connection, and the desire to be accepted for who you truly are. By sharing difficult moments publicly, she helped many private viewers feel less alone and more hopeful about their own futures ahead. Dominique Jackson's life story is one of perseverance forged through hardship. Born in Scarborough, Tobago, she understood from an early age that her identity did not align with expectations placed upon her. Seeking the freedom to live honestly, she later moved to the United States. That decision offered possibility, but it also brought years of difficulty. Her early life in America included rejection, instability, and periods of homelessness. Without the support systems many people take for granted, Dominique relied on inner strength and self-belief. Those experiences could have broken her confidence. Instead, they sharpened her determination to survive and eventually succeed. Her breakthrough came with the acclaimed television series Pose, where she portrayed the unforgettable Electra Abundance. Through elegance, authority, and emotional depth, Dominique introduced many mainstream viewers to ballroom culture and the chosen families that sustained marginalized communities. Her performance was glamorous on the surface, but beneath it was a lesson in resilience, leadership, and dignity. Beyond acting, Dominique became a dedicated advocate for transgender rights, fair treatment, and healthcare access. She has spoken openly about inequality while grounding her message in lived experience rather than anger alone. That gives her voice unusual credibility and strength. Her memoir, The Transsexual from Tobago, offered an unfiltered account of adversity, migration, identity, and triumph. Dominique Jackson's journey reminds viewers that true power often grows from painful beginnings. She did not simply become visible. She transformed struggle into purpose. For many audiences, especially those who value perseverance and self-determination, her story carries universal meaning. Dominique shows that authenticity may demand sacrifice, but it can also become a lasting source of pride, wisdom, and influence for future generations seeking courage in hard times. Laverne Cox became one of the most important voices for transgender visibility in the United States through intelligence, grace, and determined public service. Born in Mobile, Alabama, she grew up facing bullying, isolation, and the challenges of being different in a conservative environment. Yet those early hardships also built resilience, empathy, and a strong commitment to education. She reached national prominence through her role as Sophia Bursette in Orange is the New Black. Her performance stood out because it brought warmth, humor, and emotional complexity to a transgender character rarely seen in mainstream television. For many viewers, especially those unfamiliar with transgender experiences, Sophia became a first, respectful introduction grounded in humanity rather than stereotype. In 2014, Cox made history as the first openly transgender person nominated for a Primetime Emmy Award in an acting category. That milestone represented more than one performer's success. It signaled broader cultural progress and proved transgender stories belonged within major American entertainment. Beyond acting, Laverne has consistently advocated for healthcare access, workplace fairness, safety, and dignity, particularly for transgender women of color. Her communication style often emphasizes dialogue over hostility, which has helped her connect with audiences across political and generational lines. What makes her legacy especially meaningful is balance. She combines advocacy with elegance, firmness with compassion, and visibility with substance. She understands that representation matters most when it opens hearts, not only headlines. Laverne Cox's journey reminds people that progress is built through courage, repeated over time. She did not merely enter Hollywood. She helped expand who could be seen there. For many Americans, her life reflects enduring ideals, perseverance, respect for others, and the freedom to live openly without shame or fear each day. April Ashley was born in Liverpool in 1935, during a time when personal identity was often hidden rather than openly expressed. From an early age, she understood herself to be female, yet the realities of that era offered little space for honesty. Silence was often treated as survival. In the 1950s, Ashley left England for Paris, one of the few places where gender-affirming surgery was available. She hoped for something modest and deeply human, a peaceful life lived privately and authentically. Instead, that privacy was taken from her in 1961 when a British tabloid exposed her transgender history without consent. Almost overnight, her personal life became public spectacle. Professional opportunities faded, relationships were strained, and the future she had carefully built became uncertain. A later marriage to Arthur Corbett ended in the landmark legal case Corbett v. Corbett. In 1970, the court ruled against recognizing her as female for marriage, shaping British legal policy for years afterward. The consequences extended far beyond one person. Ashley lived under rules and judgments that affected housing, relationships, dignity, and everyday recognition. Yet she did not vanish. She continued working, writing, and speaking carefully about her experiences. What makes April Ashley's story powerful is not celebrity glamour, but endurance. She faced institutions that denied her identity and still carried herself with grace. In later years, society viewed her more fairly, and she received broader recognition for the barriers she helped expose. April Ashley reminds viewers that progress often begins with people who suffer injustice long before the world is ready to listen. Her life was not easy, but it helped make future lives freer, safer, and more truthful than before for many. Kim Petras became one of the most visible transgender artists in contemporary pop music by insisting that talent and identity could stand proudly together. Born in Cologne, Germany, she expressed her identity at a young age and drew public attention early in life as one of the youngest people in her country to undergo gender-affirming procedures. Long before a music career, she was already being discussed publicly. What separates Kim's story, however, is that she refused to be defined only by biography. After moving to Los Angeles, she began releasing music independently, building an audience song by song. Her sound drew inspiration from energetic early 2000s dance pop while remaining polished and modern. Through persistence and creative control, she found success outside traditional industry systems. A major milestone came in 2023 when she won a Grammy Award for Best Pop Duo Group Performance for Unholy, alongside Sam Smith. With that achievement, Kim became the first openly transgender woman to win in that category. It was a landmark moment not only for her, but for mainstream music recognition. Her public image is glamorous, playful, and boldly feminine. Yet beneath the style is a deeper message about discipline and self-belief. Kim demonstrates that visibility can coexist with artistic seriousness. She asks audiences to focus not only on who she is, but on what she creates. For listeners who value independence and determination, Kim Petras offers a modern example of resilience. She transformed early scrutiny into momentum and turned identity into strength rather than limitation. Her journey reminds viewers that authenticity does not block achievement. When paired with hard work, it can accelerate it in powerful ways today. Alexandra Billings stands as an early pioneer whose life reflects endurance, artistry, and quiet determination. Born in Illinois, she came of age during a period when transgender visibility in American society was extremely limited. From a young age, she recognized that her identity did not align with expectations, a realization that often brought confusion, fear, and isolation in less accepting times. Seeking refuge and expression, Billings found the performing arts. Theater became a rare place where emotion, truth, and identity could be explored more freely. Yet the path forward remained difficult. Like many transgender individuals of her generation, she faced rejection, financial hardship, and unstable opportunities. Even so, she stayed committed to performance and to living honestly. In time, Alexandra chose to transition openly as a woman, a decision requiring considerable courage given the era's social climate. She gradually built a career grounded not only in talent, but authenticity. Wider recognition later came through roles in series such as Transparent and The L Word, Generation Q, where audiences praised the honesty and emotional depth she brought to the screen. Beyond acting, Billings has been a consistent advocate through teaching, public speaking, and mentoring younger generations. She offers wisdom shaped by decades of struggle and perseverance. What makes her story especially meaningful is perspective. Alexandra represents people who carried difficult truths long before society created language or support around them. She endured years many younger viewers can barely imagine. Her life reminds audiences that progress is built across generations. Some pioneers become famous quickly. Others labor quietly for decades. Alexandra Billings belongs to the second group, and her influence may be even more lasting because of it. These 7 journeys show that transformation is rarely about appearances alone. It is about truth, sacrifice, dignity, and the courage to keep going when understanding comes slowly. Which story moved you most, and which one taught you something new today? Share your thoughts below, subscribe for more meaningful stories, and stay with us for the next video, where more lives beyond headlines will be revealed soon.